set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Tampa. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Church. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Church. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Taken from just outside the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3-and-out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wilson going to try the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down, this is Wilson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. And this one too low.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. McKenzie. 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game. He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they are definitely back on their heels after that run.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Cobb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Back now comes Tampa Bay. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Church. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Church. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 3.5 to go, first quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Now 2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And his kick here is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They run the toss here to Wilson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, Church, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKenzie. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Cobb. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 26. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Up the middle they go. McKenzie. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run with Cobb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Looking to throw. Church. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On second down now, it's Banks, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Church. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense, sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Looking to throw. Church. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. McKenzie now to return it. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now.
Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Church. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Church. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 62 yards.
And the Bucs have cut it back within a score.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKenzie.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Boy, so that likely would have forced a 4th down were it not for the penalty. Instead, a gift of 15 yards.
And that's a tough way to get a gift, isn't it? But the yardage, secondary to what you just described. The big result, a free first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
There he goes left side. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The extra point up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, It's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 5. Here's the option.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
He's going to use his legs here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Bucs have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 69 yards.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
It got his man complete.
Now he's into the clear again.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. 83 yards.
And the Bucs have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
It didn't take too long for them to get that lead right back, did it?
No, it certainly didn't, and it's got to be just a bit demoralizing. You're charged up, you take the lead, you send your defense out, and guess what? One play later, you're right back in a position of having to go down the field and score again.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On second down, it's McKenzie. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
What you talking about, ref?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Oh, man.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Looking to throw. Church. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Church. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Second and 6.
Up the middle they go. McKenzie.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 63 yards.
And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear a coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. In motion is Grant. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back now in Tampa. 2nd and 3. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
What was that, ref?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Posse in the game.
On 2nd down now, it's McKenzie. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game. and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Church. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McKenzie pushes past him. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
115 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On first down, Church firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Church. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right?
Pecan
Already
pie.
have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Throwing on first down. Church. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown. A great effort there. 68 yards.
And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a carry for Cobb. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball,
so they should get another shot.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On 1st and 10, Church. Wilson snags it left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they've got to go thank the guys on D.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Church. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Church. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
He's back to throw.
And that's dropped underneath for Wilson.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. 47 yards.
And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now the Cowboys down by 4, 1:15 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now all the focus shifts over to the Bucs, trailing by a field goal. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. He's got a man, complete.
Now he's loose again.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will make this a 4-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's 1st and 10.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This for all the marbles. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.